Yo, what is up, guys? It is the Gong Master here. How's it doing? Hopefully everyone is having a beautiful day. So, welcome back to another episode of Storytime. To reintroduce Storytime back to the channel, we're going to be talking about the time my classmate and I got into a fight because of a Pop-Tart. And, out of all of the things that could have caused fights, who would have ever thought it would have been because of a Pop-Tart? This is, without a doubt, one of the dumbest fights, one of the dumbest stories that I have, one of the dumbest fights that I've ever been in. So, this story takes place back when I was a freshman in high school, or year 9 for our friends across the pond. Now then, freshman year in high school, I was going through a bit of a rap phase. I was always bumping Rick Ross, Travis Scott, and other popular rappers at the time. Okay, to put it in perspective, Bugatti by Ace Hood was my most played song that year. I woke up in a new Bugatti. I was trying so hard to be cool and fit in. So my first class of the day was English class, and the only thing I remember about English class is obviously what I'm about to tell, and that we read Romeo and Juliet, then proceeded to watch a very weird version where for some reason they all have guns. I remember on this specific day, my mom caught me smoking cigarettes that morning and grounded me, so I was in a bit of a pissy mood. So I walk into my first period class and sit at my desk and put my head down. The boy that usually sits next to me, his name is, I think it was Delirious. Not Delirious. It was Delirious, or I don't know, something like that. Anyway, he walks in, and he is notorious for being an absolute asshole to the students and the teachers. He never really picked on me up until this day. He's talking to his other friends, and he's eating a Pop-Tart. He sets his stuff down at his desk next to me and says, "Man, I really don't want this Pop-Tart anymore. Hey, fat boy, you want it?" I didn't know he was talking to me until he taps my shoulder. I look up at him, take out my earbuds and say, "What?" "Don't make me repeat myself again. Do you want this Pop-Tart, fat boy?" I'm used to the banter and the shit that people say about me, calling me fat, and it usually doesn't faze me. I just told him, "No, I'm good, thanks." And I put my head back down. And he says, "Aw, come on, fat boy. I know you're just drooling over this Pop-Tart right now." I pick my head up and turn to him and say, "Don't make me repeat myself again. No, I'm good." So then, he leans over his desk and proceeds to cram this Pop-Tart into my mouth. I swat it out of his hands, I shoot up on my feet, and I give him a really strong shove. It almost makes him fall over. He claps his hand and backs up and says, "Oh, Mr. Tough Guy over here, be careful, he'll come and eat all your food before he fucks your bitch." To which I respond, and I have no idea how I just came up with this on the spot, "Not your bitch, but your sister. Isn't that right, Delirious?" And I could tell as soon as I said that, it struck him like a lightning bolt. His whole demeanor changed. His whole vibe changed. "Hey, come on now, don't be talking about my family. All I did was try to give you a Pop-Tart." I told him, "Don't fuck with me right now. I'm not having a good day." "Oh, what's wrong, fat boy? Is it not pizza day for you to pig out? Oink oink, little bitch." At this point, the whole class is looking over at us. So at this point, I have two options. I can either look weak in front of my class, or get the shit kicked out of me, but still put up a fight. So me being in my little rap phase, trying to look cool and all, I decide to go with option 2. I threw the hardest right hook that I could. I was aiming for his jaw, but I ended up connecting with his cheek. Now then, I'm not one to toot my own horn, but based on a very loud snap I heard when I connected with his face, something in his face broke. So this right hook, I don't think I've ever thrown a punch harder than this, and I don't think I ever will. This punch hits him so hard, it physically spins him around. I jump over his desk, and I pin him against the wall and throw punch after punch into this kid's stomach and his chest. He's not really putting up a fight because my right hook clearly stunned him. And he is known to not back away from any fights. Any type of confrontation, this kid will get all up in it. It took 2 people to pull me off of him. And he kind of just slithered down the wall like you see in the cartoons. I decide that since I'm about to go to the principal's office because of this, I might as well start going now. So as I turn to walk out the door, the teacher walks in and sees Delirious. I still cannot say that name. Anyway, he sees him sitting against the wall with the blood running down his nose and asks, "Class, what happened? What happened?" And I was about to say that I beat the shit out of him, but then one of my classmates said, "Oh, he was bullying Steven and starting to hit him, so Steven fought back." And my other classmates agreed. Everyone knew that this kid was a fucking asshole and he had it coming. So cool on them for helping me out. But ultimately, the teacher didn't really care. He just said, "I don't care who started it. Both of you are going to the principal's office." So I walked down to the principal's office, and the lady at the desk said, "Oh, hi Steven, what can I do for you this time?" At this point, I was feeling like I was on the top of the world. I felt like I was the king, and I just straight up said, quote, "Well, I beat the shit out of this kid who had it coming, and now I need to see the principal." And that's exactly when the principal came out of her office and said, "Okay, what did I just hear about a fight?" So he walked into her office, and I told her about everything that happened. Now then, this wasn't the first time I've seen the principal because of something. As you'll see in future story videos, I see her way more. So to wrap it all up, I ended up getting 3 days of in-school suspension, and the kid I beat got 3 days of out-of-school suspension. All of this because he decided to try to cram a Pop-Tart into my mouth. And this is part of the reason why you will never see me eat a chocolate Pop-Tart. The strawberry one, the Fruit Loops one, all of the other Pop-Tart flavors are amazing, but you will never see me eat a chocolate Pop-Tart. Anyway, guys, I really do hope y'all enjoyed this story. If you did, let me know. My next video going up will be another story time, and it's going to be a story time video that, well, if it's taken out of context, it could get me in trouble. So definitely do stay tuned for that. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope all of you have a beautiful rest of your day. Take it easy.